Live from the 409, MCT Credit Union presents the 409 Sports Blitz on 12 News.
Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to the playoff edition of the 409 Sports Blitz. I'm Brandon Roddy.
Hey, I'm Nick Canizales. Let's go ahead and get started with our game of the week in Port Neches.
Port Neches-Groves Indians start their quest to win back-to-back state titles tonight as they hit the field against the Hallsville Bobcats. P&G coming out early. They're inside the red zone already. Connor Bailey's going to drop back, and he's going to find Layden Williams, who's going to make a nice catch, a little move right there, sets him up first and goal inside the 10-yard line. Under center goes Bailey. He's going to hand it off to number 27, Tyson Henry for the Indians. Touchdown. You can already hear him in the background. 7-0 P&G. Bobcats with the football. He's going to drop back. He's searching. He's looking. And he must be living on a prayer because he's definitely just going to throw one up. He finds the wrong person, though. Gino Ramirez for the Indians. That's an interception. Oski. Few plays later. The Indians getting excited. That's something to cheer about. Bailey out to Layden Williams again. Only this time, he gets into the end zone. Touchdown. P&G up 14-0. That's something to get excited about. Bobcats possession. They're going to get the football back. And this time, they're going to throw it over the middle. And this time, it's picked off again by Travis Cobb by the Indians. All they need, though, is one play to go down and score. That makes it 21-0 P&G. Backed up in their own territory, the Bobcats fumble. You can't do that. Slow the Indians get to them. Originally, it was called a touchdown, but eventually it was called a safety. 23-0 P&G at the half. But it would be all Indians in this one. They run away with it. They win 43-20. They will play the Kaufman Lions next week.
Yeah, Kaufman Lions upset. They were the 3 seed, upset the number 2 seed. Let's go out to Holton Pepper, joins us live from the reservation. I mean, Holton, look, everybody pretty much expected a game like this. What was the mindset if you talked to any of the players or coaches afterwards? And like I said, they take on the Kaufman team that upset number 2 seed Dallas Hillcrest tonight.
Yeah, Dallas Hillcrest, those two teams going at it tonight, that was obviously going to determine who P&G was going to end up playing, because in this game, you looked at what we had with Hallsville coming into this one. They kind of hobbled into it. And to kind of play off what you were just asking right there, what was the mindset coming into this one? I asked Coach Joseph afterwards, you know, you've been here before. This is your 3rd season here. And this, of course, is your 3rd by-district championship. And you're going into the area around. What is the difference going to be this time than what it has been in the last previous few seasons? And it's been more of the same. He told me that he wants to continue to really hone in on what his individual players and their skills, but his team lives and dies by the offensive line. Tonight there was a lot to talk about with the ground and pound game that you had with the running game, but of course in the air as well, and knowing that your quarterback Bailey is going to escape the pocket and can extend plays for you. He had a great arm, a lot of trick plays here tonight, even though trick play looked more like play action, and it worked to perfection. You had tight ends rolling out into the flats and someone doing a little wheel route down the left side, wide open, touchdown, strike up the band. This team is so creative, and Jeff Joseph is so creative in all the different schemes that he's able to put together for this Port Neches-Groves team. Hallsville coming into this one, they were just trying to play upset. You know, they're great. They've been coached for several years now, 4 years by their head coach, Josh Strickland, and kind of hobbling into this one. They were 3-3 in district, but they were 4-6 overall. So before district play had even got started, it was not a good season for the Bobcats, but it was a tough district that they played within, of course. And coming into this one, playing against the reigning 5A D2 state champions, you're just hoping for a few good plays. And right there at the beginning, you know, if you looked at the score, we'll start with that. In the first quarter, if you looked at the score, it was a 7-0 score after the first quarter. And if you're looking at Dave Campbell and you're just trying to check out the score online or something, and you look at the Port Neches-Groves score, you're like, wow, hey, Hallsville's doing a really good job in this. They're doing a fantastic job. But that was only because that first drive that Port Neches-Groves had really they took the entire length of the field and they just ran the ball. Jeff Joseph he knows the art of patience and knows what it takes to hold on to the ball, give it to his backs, and give it to several of his speed backs that he's got back there, and continue to extend plays and really lengthen out the drives. Really saw a great team tonight dominate the way they should have, and they're headed to the area around. Gentlemen?
Yeah, it's a great game for them, and we'll see how they play against the Kaufman Lions coming up. And real quick, I don't know if you are familiar, Nick. The Hallsville team. There's Hallsville, Missouri, by the way. And they are actually the Hallsville Indians.
What?
And their colors are purple as well. They got the same kind of logo and everything.
What in the world?
Really
That's
weird.
a coincidence there.
They're doing some research and all
Hey, listen, it's going to be a good matchup. And like Holton said, time of possession, that's the key there. And making sure that wear down that defense. That offense is punishing. And look, they've been here before. They've been here the last several years. Yeah. Very experienced team.
I was about to say, and experience matters, especially in the playoffs. The first game you might have some jitters getting in the playoffs, but they show that they still got it. Maybe they can keep it rolling. That. We'll see how that goes. And 3 weeks ago, the Nederland Bulldogs were on top of the world. They knocked off number 1 P&G at the reservation to move into sole possession of first place in District 8-5A Division II.
Yeah, but look, they had a 2-game losing streak, put the Dogs from a 1 to a 4th seed.
Yikes.
That meant a 7 o'clock date tonight with number 3 Texarkana, Texas High, who rolled in undefeated at 10-0. Tigers' defense has held opponents to 13 points or less in 6 of 10 games this season. Would Nederland suffer the same fate, or could they pull off the big upset? First quarter action. There you see the teams getting ready. First quarter action, David Potter goes play action, hits Cameron Reitner on the slant. Woo! Texas High takes a 7-0 lead. Bulldogs had all kinds of trouble moving the football after a Nederland punt. Tigers, they would go back to work on offense. Dogs on the blitz. Potter escapes the pocket, rolls to his left, fires downfield, almost picked off by Hunter Adams, but a great play by the receiver. So that gives Texas High new life. And guess what? You can't give them second chances because they're going to do this. Javari Johnson up the gut, 26 yards later. He's celebrating in the end zone. 14-0 Tigers. Hey, we're still in the first quarter here. After another Nederland punt. Yeah, they go back on offense. Potter acting like a deep sea fisherman here. Back to pads, casting that line deep. But Hunter Adams says, "Oh no, not right there." Hey, oh no, Ocho. Hey, not right there. So a few plays later, guess what? Potter finds Oregon commit Tredarian Ball, 12 yards on the touchdown.
Wow, nice move.
Yeah, this was 28-0 after 1 quarter of play, 42-7 at half. Let's go to the big board. Bulldogs season would come to an end. They fall 56-14. Nederland finishes 7-4, which is very successful after combining for just 6 wins the past 2 seasons. Again, they did beat the number 1 team in the state, plus they were ranked in the top 10 this year, so nothing to be ashamed about in Scott Rich's first season at the helm in Nederland.
Yeah, not bad for them. That Montgomery game just threw everything off of them, man. Dropped from 1 to 4. It really matters. Thursday night playoff action here is the West Orange Stark Mustangs hosted the Sweeny Bulldogs out in New Caney.
Yeah, the Mustangs finished second in district play. But, hey, look, these boys are poised to make a deep playoff run in the Class 4A playoffs.
Let's see how it goes. The Mustangs, they had a slow start to the game in this one last night, but they did pick it up as the night progressed. They start with the football. QB Marcus Turner Jr. is running the read option to perfection. Fakes a handoff, and he realizes he is the best option. Goes round the outside like the front door is locked. Takes it all the way to the house. Mustang playing some defense as well. Bulldog QB under pressure, running away from the danger, and just throws it up. But it's picked off by number 7, Raymond the Hammer Mallet Jr. Mustang football. Marcus Turner on the read option again. Way on the other side of the field, doubles up on the spin move, shakes 2 defenders like they're Polaroid pictures, makes another man miss, and you might as well call him Benny because he's turning on the Jets. Takes it all the way down the field.
Hey, I like that. Man. I like that right there. I want to write that down.
I'm getting tired just watching him run. It's a tie ball game right there at 14. Get some oxygen over there, young man. Second quarter action. Turner decides that he needs a breather. I don't blame him. And he hands it off to Dylan Myers. He jukes everyone, including the cameraman. Takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Mustangs would punch that one in as well. West Orange Stark gets the job done. They win this one 41-14. They will play La Vega next week.
That's some old stomping grounds there, Waco, La Vega. Hey, I saw a couple of state championships out there.
So who you got then? Who you cheering for?
Well, I got to root for the hometown team.
Okay, all right.
Root for the hometown team. West Orange Stark Mustangs there.
Just check it. Let's drop down to Class 3A Division II as the Woodville Eagles finished off an incredible season by not only winning their final 3 games, but outscoring their opponents 147-33.
Man, I'll tell you what, Woodville's defense also, they've been a massive strength, holding opponents to 14 points or less in 7 of 10 games this season. Woo! Eagles taking on the ARP, Tigers and Rusk. Woodville would strike first. Quick pass to J.D. McDaniel. He's off to the races. Hey, how do you like that, Ocho? 60 yards to the house.
Go.
Eagles flying high, leading 7-0. Hey,
kills.
yeah, they weren't done just yet. Zayon Williams, where's he at? He's coming in your picture. He's going to take the handoff to the left side. He's got reservations to that Joe's Sports Bar and Grill to watch that Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight in just a bit. It's 14-zip Woodville. Hey, 21-0 now. Luke Babin on the quarterback keeper. You'll see him right there. Whoop, takes his own number, gets to the scoring. Parade, keeps it going. 28-zip Eagles. All right, after an ARP punt, Woodville would go back to work. It's Babin, the screen to Williams. Watch this man go to work here. Picks up a gain of 28 and the Eagles first down. Tell you what, Woodville, absolutely incredible, their offense. Offense and defense. A few plays later, Babin rolls to his right, finds Barlow. He plows his way in for the touchdown.
Get out of his way.
28-zip at that point. Woodville Eagles, they are moving on to round 2. They crush ARP 49-12. So it looks like they're going to face Grand Saline in next week's area round. So congratulations to Woodville. They move on.
Much more to come. We're going to be back after this. But first, we want to tell our NBC 12 viewers to flip on over to ABC 12 to catch the rest of the Blitz. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz. Had another good one out there tonight. Port Arthur Memorial
no doubt
Titans
about that.
taking on Galena Park.
Let me tell you about those Titans here. They've been rumbling and stumbling and bumbling and doing everything else. Been fantastic year. Hey, they've been in the playoffs before. They've been deep in the postseason before. So this is kind of a team that you don't want to face right now.
Yeah, they're rolling hot. And let's go to those highlights and see exactly how hot they are doing right now. They were taking on the Yellow Jackets out in Houston. Some tough football out here. Galena Park quarterback going to take it himself. He gets laid out by Tayon King right there. Oh, my goodness. He had to fix his own helmet.
Like Mike Tyson is Glass Joe.
Sheesh. Titans on offense. Monte Martin's going to hand it off to Alex Eugene, who takes it right up the gut and right into your living room for 6 points. Titans running all over the Yellow Jackets right now.
Hey, remember those Titans.
You got to. They're going to get the ball again, and Monte Martin's going to drop back. And this time he's going to air it out to Kayvon Roberts, who mosses the defender. pulls free, and then gives him a Derrick Henry stiff arm before taking it all the way to the house. Incredible play right there. Titans doing whatever they want to out in the field. Monte Martin tosses it to Alex Eugene. He gets to the sideline. Watch this. Turns up the speed and then uses the truck stick all over the Yellow Jacket defender. Great googly moogly. He's getting pushed out at the 3-yard line, but that just sets up the Titans again. Martin's going to hand it off to Jacorin Baker, who steps across the goal line almost untouched. 21-0 Titans. Long night for Galena Park. They try to snap the ball here, but it's a fumble. Titans DB Jamarcus Hudson scoops and scores the football. Way too much Port Arthur in this one.
Man.
They destroy the Yellow Jackets 70-0. They're going to play Angleton next week.
Woo, at the first round knockout right there. Let's go out to Kyle Orr, who joins us live from Galena Park at ISC Stadium. Kyle, hey, look, man, Memorial special teams set the tone early with their block punt. The Titans played incredible in all 3 phases of the game there.
Absolutely. They came in here firing on all cylinders. I mean, they snuck into the playoffs. They came into the Hive today, made it their house, and absolutely decimated the Galena Park Yellow Jackets with a score of 70-7-0. I can barely count that high. 2-0. Absolutely shut them out. It was an amazing game. Great start for them in the playoffs. Now, head coach Brian Morgan and the boys came in to shut out Galena Park, and then, silencing the fans. The Galena Park side was absolutely silent. I heard hardly any cheers from them tonight. Port Arthur Memorial went to Baytown Sterling, shut them out 2 weeks ago, literally did the same thing here tonight. Big ol' shout out to QB Monte Martin and running back Alex Eugene, who were absolutely on fire tonight, torching every defenseman in their path. I spoke with head coach Brian Morgan and the rest of the crew on how they're going to ride this wave of momentum for their next game.
Find a way to win next week, just keep winning. That's the whole deal, and we got to have a good week of preparation. I think both those teams are good that we got to match up with between Angleton and Weiss and see how that ends up, but got to find a way to win next week.
Stay humble, stay focused, don't get excited. Just the first game we won, we still got 5 more, and we're trying to go to the ship. We're climbing the mountain.
Climbing the mountain they are. The Titans are taking on the 10-1 Angleton Wildcats next Friday as they continue their push into the postseason. What an amazing game. Great job. Congratulations to the Port Arthur Memorial Titans tonight on their big win out here in Galena Park. Hope they drove home safe. I'm going to go ahead and send it back to the desk. Live at Galena Park, Kyle Orr, 409 Sports.
Hey, that's our boy Kyle Orr. I'll tell you what, love the hustle, my man. Good sound bites right there. Be careful on the way home.
Yeah, well done out there, Kyle. Well done. Let's go on down to Class 4A, where it was a roller coaster of a season for the Silsbee Tigers.
Dude, it really was. You look at it. Look, they got off to a 4-0 start. Then they lost 3 of their next 4. Then they win their final 2 games to clinch that number 3 seed. So could Silsbee's offense stay hot after averaging 49 points over the last 2 weeks?
That's a lot of points.
Let me tell you something. They came to play tonight. Okay. They came to play.
I hear
Michael Mosier. We've talked to that guy a long time, all year. Back to pass. Hey, making it rain. Blame it on the rain. What time is it? It's Miller time, my man. Jaden Miller, 70 yards on that touchdown. It's 7-0 Silsbee. Later, Mosier. Back to pass. He's going to find Caleb Johnson. We call this Montana X back at PNG. Looks like Olympic sprinter Michael Johnson.
Turns up the
speed. He's going to rumble 37 yards. It is 1st and goal. Tigers, Tigers. Then Mosier, look, he can't find anybody. He says, you know what, I'll just do it myself, Roddy.
Right,
I'll do it myself. 7 yards, we got a 14-0 ball game. And then after a Brookshire Royal punt, how about Mosier? Well, he's the guy. He's the man right there. He's going to get this ball here, take the snap, roll to his right. Who left this man open? Jaden Miller again.
Wow.
You got to cover that man. 21-0 Tigers. It only got worse from there. They roll tonight 45-6. Ooh. They move on to round 2, where they're going to face number 7 Belleville.
Wow.
A really good matchup coming up in week number 2 of the high school football playoffs. So congratulations to those Silsbee Tigers.
That's playoffs, man.
Hey,
every week. is a
anything
big
can happen.
game.
We've already seen some upsets tonight, so
Yeah.
anything can happen in these playoffs.
And speaking of those upsets, let's take a look at some of the scores from our teams that play around the area and across the region.
Yeah, let's go out to Orangefield right now, late fourth quarter, holding on to a thriller against Fairfield, 35-28. How about those Newton Eagles? They get in the playoffs. It's like they do the same thing. They always turn it on. 60-24 over West Russ. They're moving on.
West Hardin falls to Lovelady 41-6. And then Mount Enterprise, with a surprise, they defeat Deweyville 40-16. Wow, did not see that one coming.
Yeah, Deweyville Pirates had a good season, but
Yeah.
their season does come to an end here in week number 1.
Yeah, and this block is coming to an end for us. 409 Sports Blitz will be back after this. Titan cheerleaders probably did a lot of cheering
Yeah,
tonight.
they did.
Put up 70 points.
Yeah, big win. Also, we just went final. I know we talked about the Orangeville score. It's tough to get scores, but went final. Actually, Fairfield comes from behind to beat Orangefield 49-42. So the Bobcat season will come to an end.
Wow. And what a year for the LCM Battlin Bears. They went undefeated in district play to capture their first outright championship since 1996.
I know Eric Peavy's team, they've won 8 in a row. Their offense is rocking and rolling, averaging 30 points per game. Defense holding opponents to just 19 per game. Bears came in facing a 4th seed Lindale team that lost a nail-biter to number 7 Gilmer by 1, plus lost by 6 to number 7 Pine Tree last week. Lindale wasted no time getting on that scoreboard. David Lindick finds Reed Carnathan for the touchdown, 7-zip Eagles. So LCM pulls out the bag of tricks here. Double reverse, fakes out Lindale, fakes out our cameraman, fakes out everybody. It goes for a touchdown. I don't know who scored it, but congratulations. We're tied at 7. All right, Lindale responds. Caleb Hart on the Wildcat gets behind his blockers, gets to the end zone, 14-7. Bears try to respond. Braylon Lewis, all kinds of trouble, avoids and sprints up the field. Bears would end up having to punt. Eagles would capitalize, though. Emilian Johnson going to walk in for the touchdown. It was 21-7 at the half. This one got ugly in the second half, but Bears do score a little bit. They fall tonight, 49-21. LCM finishes their season 8-3 on the year.
For sports
Who's that?
reporter Cam Burchett joins us live tonight with some post-game reaction. And Cam, how's everybody feeling out there?
Guys, it's a fearful and tearful night here at LCM Battlin Bears Stadium, where the Lindale Eagles handed the LCM Bears their loss of the season, thus ending their season with a final score of 49-21. And of course, it's not the way that anybody wants, the first playoff game to go, but unfortunately, that is just the way it goes sometimes. But before we talk too much about how the game ended, let's go ahead and pick up from where the game left off at halftime. Though the score was at 21-7 when the Eagles were able to secure big runs in the third quarter, which then brought that score 42-7. In the fourth quarter, number 22, Jonah Fuller, made a late touchdown with 3 minutes left, pushing the score to 42-13. But unfortunately, the Eagles fought back with a late touchdown as well. But the Bears couldn't let them get away with it for too long, because with less than a minute in the fourth quarter, the Bears brought another touchdown into the picture, putting the final score at 49-21 as the clock ran out. The Bears fought hard, both offensively and defensively tonight, but they couldn't seem to catch up to the Eagles. But before we start talking about that, let's not forget that the Bears have put up a good fight this entire season. They also secured the outright undefeated district champs title for the first time in 30 years, and that's what's important here. We're proud of the Bears for the season they've had, and we can't wait to see how they plan to put up for next year. But again, guys, it is a sad night here at Battlin Bear Stadium. Again, not the way that you plan for a game to go, but it's, again, just like we said, sometimes the way we go. But we're excited for next season to see what the Bears have to put up and what Coach Peavy plans to do with next year's team. But that's about how it ended here. We'll go ahead and send it right back to you guys there in studio in Orange. Cameron Burchett, 12 News.
Yeah, thank you so much, Cam. And, like we were talking about earlier, it's not a bad season. You want a district title.
No, not at all.
There are a lot of things to be happy about and to be positive about and build on for next season as well.
Look, these seniors, you're not going to be able to think about this until probably years and years from now and reflect with your buddies and go, man, hey, we made some history. We did stuff that hasn't been done in such a long time.
Years,
I know it hurts. It stinks right now. But nothing to be ashamed of. And then for your underclassmen, for your juniors that are going to be seniors and sophomores and freshmen, hey, you got the foundations there. Yep. Now it's time to build on for next season and the following season as well.
Yep, something to look forward to. And some Thursday night playoff action as the Hampshire-Fannett Longhorns open their playoff run with the Marque Cougars.
Yeah, the Longhorns, they won the district title for the first time in Mark Wagner's Hampshire-Fannett career. Look, they already won a 7-on-7 state championship.
Yeah.
Now they have their sights set on a Class 4A Division II state championship.
Can they get it done? The Longhorns were men on a mission in their playoff opener. This one matters. It's win or go home now. First quarter action we go to, quarterback Ty Bryson, he's going to take the snap. He's going to look right and throw it deep to Delino Doucette for the touchdown, early 7-0 lead. On the ensuing kickoff, you never want to hear that. For Lamarck's possession, oh no, it's a fumble. He muffs the punt. Logan Castile jumps on it for Hampshire-Fannett. First down, Longhorns. Yeah, get excited. Get excited.
Hey.
Longhorn football. Bryson's going to hand it off to Isaiah Reed, and he's going to watch this. He's going to plant and go. He's going to rumble right into your living room all the way to pay dirt. Makes it 14-0 Horns. Lamarck ball, and they are backed up. The throw over the middle goes and gets picked off. Oski. Longhorn linebacker Braxton Starnes with the snag, and then gets a decent return before being flipped over. He's all right, though. Couple plays later, Ty Bryson, he's going to feel the pressure on the drop back, roll out of danger, and drop some beautiful airmail right into the hands of Braxton Starnes. That makes it 21-0 Hampshire-Fannett, and there's still 7 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it ain't over yet.
Football again. Watch Ty Bryson right here. The no-look pass to Pierce Pirtle, who turns up the juice like a bottle of Snapple and almost takes it all the way to the house. This one was all Horns in the first half. They went up 35-0 at the break. The final was 49-14 Longhorns. Hampshire-Fannett head coach Mark Wagner is proud of the way his team played, and he's looking forward to next week's matchup.
We feel really good about the win. We thought we thought it went the way we thought it would go, I guess. It started, we wanted to really jump on them early, and we did. From the opening kickoff, I mean, we took it down the field, and then we kicked and got the turnover on their kick return. So we were up 14-0 in a blink of an eye. And we just stepped on the gas, and then we were able to cruise through the second half with a lot of our players. That's kind of how the game went. I felt like it was a dominating performance on both sides of the football. I don't think I'm going to do anything different. We always do the same thing. It's just preparation for the team. We don't know our opponent yet. We won't know until Friday night. We do know that we're playing in the Woodlands in Shenandoah next Friday, whoever our opponent is. It won't be any different approach for us. I think it'll even be a more focused group, and I think the kids will be excited because they know Thanksgiving break's coming up the week after. So it'll be a fun week.
Well, Coach, I got you. I know who you're playing. It's going to be Sealy The Longhorns, we'll see them next week. Congratulations to Longhorns.
You know who's from Sealy? ED, Eric Dickerson.
Well, hopefully he won't be playing for them.
The Hit of the Week, brought to you by First Security Bank.
That's time for the Hit of the Week. And, of course,
that man's going to be some Advil in the morning.
Titans. Wow. Tayon King lays out the Galena Park quarterback. That's how you bring the wood. Well done right there, sir.
I hope Jake Paul gets laid out like that tonight.
We're going to find out. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz.
Yeah, how about that? Memorial Titans, big win, 70-0. They are moving on to round two. Another team that's moving on to round two, the PNG Indians, defending state champions. Hey, they played really well tonight. Yeah. I mean, and of course, we figured that, you know, after that Nederland game, how are they going to respond? They've blown people out. They have faced adversity. Mm-hmm. You know, they lost that tough one to Nederland, but they're playing like they were supposed to be playing, especially tonight.
Yeah, you know, sometimes a loss, as weird as it sounds, will help a team. You know, it'll put you back in focus and get you locked into the task at hand. And hopefully they'll be able to do that and stay focused as they move on through the playoffs. And
yeah, they're going to have to rely on that, man. You know, Tyson Henry had a touchdown. The defense played very, very well. Interceptions, special teams. All that good stuff. Let's go out to Holton Pepper, who's live at the reservation. I mean, Holton, you've been there. You watched it all. All three phases of the game played very well. And now they just got to keep that momentum going on to next week, because you know that each and every week it gets harder and harder and harder as you keep climbing that mountain.
And that's exactly what Jeff Joseph expects at this point. I mean, this is a program that over the last couple of years, they are no stranger to getting to the top of the mountain, and one of the times winning at the top of the mountain. One thing I wanted to add about Kaufman, though, that's a team that's actually, this is their 5th straight appearance in the playoffs. However, that district, I don't know what they're doing over there, because 2 of those last 5 years, they were 3-7 getting into the playoffs. I mean, if you play your cards right, I guess those 3 wins must have been in district, because they might have been winless going into that. Regardless, this is their 5th year getting into the playoffs at this point. 2 of the last 4, like we talked about, they ended up losing in the bi-district round, of course. But they're primed and ready, and you're playing against the reigning 5A D2 state champions. They got their hands full. Okay, but what you guys also touched about, I wanted to ask you too. You said that Sealy is going to be the ones that are going up against Hampshire-Fannett. And last year we actually saw Sealy in the first round of the playoffs. They played against Silsbee. Silsbee got past them, and then of course they placed against a really tough Belleville team that went pretty far, and we know what happened to them. But Hampshire-Fannett, I mean, and Newton did a great job tonight against their opponent, the West Rusk Raiders, which is a team that I played back in high school. We always used to hate playing those guys, but a lot of really good programs and a lot of excitement, and we still got a lot to look forward to, especially going into the area around. Gentlemen, I'm going to send it back to you guys.
Yeah, the Sealy Tigers won 3 in a row. You know, they're playing well, but look, Hampshire-Fannett, man, they're on a whole other planet. I think they have everything going down. You know, Augustine went down. People are like, oh my gosh, what are they going to do? Look, it's the next man up mentality. Yeah. These boys are primed. They're ready. They've already been through it now. They've been 11 games. I mean, they're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, they're rolling. They can taste it now. You know, you just got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. And we had more football from yesterday. The East Chambers Buccaneers went 6-4 on the season and 4-2 in district play to finish second in District 10.
Yeah, you know, Bucks matched up with the 5-6 Diboll Lumberjacks team in the bi-district round. Of course, these two teams hit the field last night out in Tomball to battle it out.
Yeah, let's see how this one went. You know, you can't do this. The Buccaneers got off to a slow start in this one last night, and sometimes that gets to be too much. They were down 14-7 at the half, looking to get back into this one, and defense is the way to do it. Lumberjacks trying to run the read option. Buccaneers say not today. A whole swarm of defenders stop the play. Sean Bagley, Aiden Baker, Dax Henley all in there for the stop. East Chambers with the football. KJ Fontenot dropping back, looking for an open green jersey. Everyone is covered. He takes off, freezes the defender in his tracks, picks up 25 yards on the play before running out of bounds. And watch this next play, all right? Fontenot is going to swing it out to Jarrell Smith. He's going to get in the open field and shake a defender all the way to his core, put him on the floor. Usually I don't do this, but I want you to take a look at this play again, and I want you to watch the Diboll players on the sideline when Jarrell Smith gets close. Look at them. They're getting excited too. You can't get hyped up.
I can't believe
that. Cheering for the wrong team. The Bucks would move down the field though. KJ Fontenot would call his own number on the QB sneak. That would make it 21-14 Lumberjacks. But in the end, the slow start would be detrimental to East Chambers. They fall to the Diboll Lumberjacks 28-21. Their season has come to a close.
I know that's one thing you can't do in the playoffs. You can't fall behind and then try to dig yourself out of a hole. You know, especially against really good teams. And then sometimes, it just depends though. You got to force the turnovers, play defense, and you got to score and strike often. And just try to score every time. It doesn't matter if it's a field goal or a touchdown. You're just trying to score in every possession to kind of build on something.
Well, and it's like during the regular season, you're testing things out, see how this works, see how that works. In the playoffs, every possession matters. You need to put something on the board. You need to stop somebody. It all matters because it's win or go home now.
Yeah.
You don't get another chance next week. So hopefully they'll have something to build on for next season. See some of those guys come back. I think it'll be cool to see.
No doubt about that.
Pulling for them. And we're going to take a look at some other scores from around the area and across the region as well.
Ooh, look at Lovelady. 41-6 over West Hardin. So the Oilers season comes to an end. Of course, we talked about Deweyville Pirates. They fall to Mount Enterprise 40-16.
Wow, did not see that one coming. Kilgore and Vidor. Kilgore just runs away with this one, winning at 66-6 over the Pirates. Their season is done as well. West Columbia.
And this was a good game. This was a tight game, 28-21 at one point. Jasper was winning, but West Columbia comes out and lays a hammer in the second half.
Wins that one? Sheesh.
Oof. Now you see.
Fairfield and Orangeville.
Yeah, and that Orangeville had the lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Fairfield comes back and gets the surprise victory in that one, 49-42. And Newton getting the job done again, 60-24 over the West Rusk Raiders. That's a tongue twister for you. See how they play next week as well.
The Play of the Week, brought to you by 5 Point Credit Union.
Now it's time for our Play of the Week. West Orange star quarterback Marcus Turner Jr., the read option. Perfect, fakes the handoff, realizes, hey, like you said, he's the best option, my man. And he is going. How about those Mustangs? Come in as a 2 seed, and they just take them out and just blow them out. They're playing some good ball right now.
Yeah,
playing some very good ball.
I mean, the last game of the season, them against the Longhorns, it was a close one as well. It would be cool to see these two teams match up again.
Oh, man.
they got a lot of work to do before that would happen. So you got to take it one round at a time.
Yeah,
one
congratulations
game at a time.
those Mustangs. Waco La Vega in round number 2.
There it is. We're going to be back after this. Welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz playoff edition.
Yes, let's look ahead to next week's area round because some big old games will be going on coming up next week. Of course, P&G taking on Kaufman. How about that rematch from week 3, Waco La Vega and West Orange Stark?
Yeah, you already said you're pulling for the hometown team.
I'm going to pull out the hometown teams. I have
one.
both mutual love for both teams.
Woodville's going to be seeing Grand Saline. Port Arthur Memorial coming off that impressive victory. They're going to be taking on Angleton.
The Wildcats there.
Silsbee has
that
a tall
is going to be a good one there.
Yeah.
Against number 7 Belleville. Of course, Hampshire-Fannett against Sealy. No Eric Dickerson out there will be playing.
Hopefully not. Newton and Edgewood. That one's going to be a good one as well, man. A lot of these games we're looking forward to, and hopefully we'll have some highlights.
Yeah, and a lot more, and congratulations to those teams that are moving on. Congratulations to all of our teams that made the postseason, because we know how difficult it is just to win week in and week out. So much expectations go in into 2-a-days. You come in, the high expectations are so high, and then you just never know about the season. Yeah. Some of the teams that we thought that were going to do well did very well. Some of them they came in and were holding the lead for a bit, and then it was kind of fluctuating. Some of the good teams didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah,
because of just how dominated their district is.
And that's crazy to see. But from this point forward, all these games are going to be huge, man. I keep saying that. I can't express it enough. It's going to be something cool
huge
to look forward to. So I'm really happy about this. It's crazy how fast the season went by as far.
I know. It's been crazy. I know. We only got one more Blitz left. Next week is the final Blitz of the season, and then, of course, you guys will do just a normal, regular sports cast. But it's been a great time.
You going to come visit us for that?
Yeah, we'll come by and visit you guys here.
We'll send it out to Dick Canizales live in the field. But that's going to do it for us with the Blitz. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Every round of the playoffs. Good luck to all of our local teams.